Okay, friends and subscribers, I'm just going to have a bit of discussion about the something I've been working on for so many years and everything, and I'm sick and tired of trying to get this story out through the mainstream and science journals. Back in 1974, the Averys telescope pumped out a binary code signal which formed this pattern when reconstructed. Now, it can only be constructed into this pattern from binary code. Now, in 1974, we sent out the signal, and basically we sent it out there hopefully to get a message. Now, it was carefully worked out. There were minor changes made to it. I think I don't know the full extent of which one is the actual one that we sent out, but we did send the message out there in hope of actually getting a reply. Sorry, that's just a reverse image of it. We sent it out to get a thing. Now, in 1977, we launched the Voyager Spacecraft. Now, on the Voyager Spacecraft, it contained a golden record. Now, this golden record, it had instructions on how to operate the record, and basically it had a version for the radio wave, and underneath that it had a zigzag pattern. I don't know what the zigzag pattern was for now, but it had, and as you can see there, it's a record. Now, on a record, the record goes in a certain way and everything. It has bumps and lumps, and it basically says, hey, look, this is what we got. Now, in August 21, Tuesday, August the 21st, in 2001, two crop circle formations were reported near the Chilborton Radio Telescope in Hampshire, and basically that was that signal there. Then in 2002, we got this one. Now, this is actually the aliens saying, hey, look, we have received your little golden record gift that you sent us with your picture. Here's a picture of us. Here's your record. We have your golden record, and it's the spiral pattern within this record is almost identical to how a record works. Starts from the outside, goes inward. Now, as you can see there, see with this, it's definitely a record. It's definitely a picture of them, and they're saying hello, basically. And they're saying, hey, look, we have the record that you sent us, and we're saying hello. This is what we look like, and yeah, thanks for sending us the disc. And there's the disc, and if you look at the disc, you can see how it spirals inward from the outside, exactly the way a record does. How would they know to put a message back in a record? They wouldn't. Someone actually supposedly actually decoded a binary code signal out of it, and the following basically read that, what is it? Yeah, beware of the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. There is good out there. We oppose deception, conduit closing, bell sound. Now, that was someone supposedly decoding a binary code signal from within that disk in the crop circle. But, see, a binary code's fairly special. Like when you program a binary code, there are many computations, but there'll only ever be one that pumps out the correct picture. And binary codes can be put into those pictures. And as we see there, that's what the binary code that you just saw there that was sent out from the Averys telescope. And it was sent by SETI, by the way. The signal basically was an attempt to get contact and make contact. The signal that we sent out there basically is actually a Averys message, and it was back in 1974, as I said. Now, yet in 1977, we launched the Voyager Spacecraft, and as it passed somewhere along the line, they've actually grabbed our golden record. They've read the instructions, and they've most probably mistook that diagonal underneath the sound wave of the record for a sound wave in the pattern, because like in the binary code it's a squiggly line, so they don't know that it's DNA. It's basically it's a squiggly line. So what they've done is, I'd say they've changed in the message that they've got back, utilising the squiggly pattern, thinking it's a sound wave, because to me a wavy line is more a sound wave. That's the way I would interpret it. So what they've done, they've put the diagonal line, and they've put what to me looks like a sound wave with an abbreviation of the record. Right, so they've put the two symbols of the record into this, and I believe that the thing at the top is not actually there, sorry, at the bottom of that image, which I still haven't turned around, is basically not their transmission device. It's a picture of our Voyager spacecraft. Right, we've sent out a message of the transmission device, but they've sent back a picture of the Voyager spacecraft, right? And they've put little items within it, and then they've sent us this in 2002, because they mustn't have got a reply from that first message. So they've gone and said, okay, here we go. You sent us a picture of yourselves, so we're going to send you a picture of us. And basically that's what they've gone and done. They've sent out a pic of the telescope, and they've sent out a pic of themselves. They've sent out a pic of the disc, and the disc, the way the disc is, it looks exactly like a record. Right? So they're saying, hey, look, this is your disc. This is what you gave us. You sent to us saying hello. So they're actually saying hello to us. Now, no one has made this connection. I've never read anything about anybody else making this same connection. I have been, even though I have tried to get the message out to all the mainstream press. Now, I cannot tell you that this translation is correct, okay? I don't know enough about binary code to say, okay, it can be translated back into this. Now, it may have been placed onto a record in that pattern, and they may have played it, and this may have been what they've got. Now, if they've done that, mate, that's a bit more believable than decoding the binary. But the thing is, because binary code, when you get a binary code, it's fairly advanced. It can only decode into a signal. Now, we didn't send out a way to decode the binary code into our language. We didn't send that out there. So I don't know how they can turn around and say, okay, this is how we decoded this message out there. I've always thought that was a little bit sus. But the thing is, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know how it was done, so I'd give you my guts of it. But the thing is, this is what we sent out. This can be decoded from a binary signal. You put it into a computer. Computer can work out the different configurations of that binary code and put like an image, like a little dot on a graph, until it gives you an image. And until you get this, once you got this, you'd know you had the right one. Now, the thing is, when we sent out the record, though, on the Voyager spacecraft, we sent it out there for aliens. We sent it out for them to actually say, hello, how are you going? This is what we look like. We sent them heaps and heaps of pictures, mathematics and different things like that. We sent samples of our language, but we didn't send samples of binary code how to translate our language. We just sent out a record. Yet, prior to that, we did send out a thing. Now, maybe if someone did actually turn around and put those notches onto a grooves in a record, we may actually get a message back in their language. And as I said, I believe the top of that is the Voyager spacecraft. Oh, sorry, it's actually the top of it, the bottom of it, sorry, is the Voyager spacecraft. Shows a picture of them. The way, like the zigzag lines, I believe, are off the record, because on the other side of it, I believe that's what they've translated off the golden record, which is what they're holding up here in his hand. He's saying, here, look, this is the record that you sent us. Right, we've got your record. We're saying hello back. This is what we look like. We're giving you a clear image of what we look like. Now, this sort of crop circle is far too advanced for anybody to jump out there and do as a fake. It's virtually impossible. You'd have to be a damn good artist to get out there and do it, and you would take a lot longer to do something like that. Like to paint a picture, like I can take sometimes up to 12 months to paint a detailed painting, and especially when it comes to 3 dimensions. So yeah, I don't believe this crop circle's a fake. But the thing is, it's definitely them saying, hello, how you going? So all you scientists out there that say you're scientists and say you're damn well smart, why don't you get a copy of this picture, translate that onto a record, and put the grooves on it manually, then play it back? You may actually get a recording, unlike these people that turn around and say, okay, we've decoded the thing, and then we get this message at the end. So what I'm saying to all of you is, don't turn around and say, okay, look, we've decoded the binary code and got a message out there. Well, look, we didn't send them a binary code of our language, so I don't know how you got this message, guys. But I do think that if they turned around and created a disc with those lumps in exactly the right spaces on a record, we'd actually get back a recording. So look, why don't you actually do a bit of homework, get out there and do some proper research, because this is the real truth about those crop circles, okay? I can't think of anything. And basically we sent it out there hopefully to get a message. Now, it was carefully worked out. There were minor changes made to it, I think. I don't know the full extent of which one is the Okay, friends and subscribers, I'm just going to have a bit of discussion about the something I've been working on for so many years and everything, and I'm sick and tired of trying to get this story out through the mainstream and science journals. Back in 1974, the Averys telescope pumped out a binary code signal which formed this pattern when reconstructed. Now, it can only be constructed into this pattern from binary code. Now, in 1974, we sent out the signal, actual one that we sent out, but we did send the message out there in hope of actually getting a reply. Sorry, that's just a reverse image of it. We sent it out to get a thing. Now, in 1976,